Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Sunday. It is the 14th of May, 2023. I'm going to look at the 8th race from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the 8th from Belmont, which is the Vagrancy Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a $175,000 purse race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 8 horses going to the main track, the distance of ground of 1,300 meters or 6.5 furlongs here in the Vagrancy. I believe it's a run as a stakes this year, not as a handicap as it has been in years past. So that's a difference here. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 3 horse here, Caramel Swirl. I'm going to go 3, 2, 5, 6 in the superfecta. 3, 2, 5, 6 super. Top selection of 3 horse, Caramel Swirl. 5-year-old mare by Union Rags. Belmont trains this one for Godolphin. Junior Alvarado gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came the 11th of February at Tampa. 6 furlongs in the Minaret Stakes, and the horse finished 4th by 3 1/4 lengths that day, and he just kind of stalked. He never had the turn of foot. You either like the Tampa surface or you don't. I just don't think he handled it. Refreshing back to Belmont, where he's run one of his best races of lifetime, I'm going to give him a shot to find the winner's circle today. 2 back in the Ballerina Handicap at Saratoga, 7 furlongs, 20th of August. He finished 2nd by 2 3/4 lengths behind Goodnight Olive, who went on to win next start out in the Breeze Cup Filly Mare Sprint. This horse just kind of sat back early. She moved a little bit late, but Goodnight Olive really, after a horrible trip, really put on a show that day. This horse just wasn't getting to her. And then last 20th of May here at Belmont, 7 furlongs and optional 80. She won by 3 1/4 lengths that day. And from a tracking trip, she quickened up nicely. And she got the job done. A very good race at 40 cents to the dollar first off the bench. Her final starter as a 3-year-old came the Raven run at Keeneland over the 7, where she won by a head. And again, coming from nowhere. I thought it was a good race. I think she should get a good trip here today. She's a bit of a versatile type. She come from behind. She could she could set the pace if she wants to. She's training well pace. And I think she could get redemption for that subpar race at Tampa last time out. I think his second likeliest winner here is the 2 horse Rosa Veloce for Rabatras and Manny Franco. Most recently in the Distaff Handicap, she finished 4th by 7 lengths that day, and she basically lost all chances at the beginning where she stumbled out of it. She just was wide, and she was just behind the 8 ball. She was very overbet also, with it being Rabatras when he was on that he had that win streak of like 1,000,000 races in like a week. But this horse, it was just a recipe for not for success. Coming here to Belmont, she hasn't run here at Belmont in quite a while, and her races have been a little bit subpar, but since coming to the new barn, she's really done wonders. She won 2 back in the correction at Aqueduct on the slop over the 6, winning by 5 1/4 lengths, coming home with a 92 buyer. She really took on a show that day, and then 27th of January at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs off 6-2, winning by 5 1/4, and again from a tracking trip, she was a little bit wide, but again, really good run, and a decent place before that. One of her best races lifetime came in November, the 13th to be exact, at Aqueduct, 6.5 and an optional 6-2. She won by a half a length that day, and on the front end all throughout with a 102 bar. That was quite impressive. Training well. It wouldn't surprise me if she wins. A definite use in your late pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Belmont, it is the Vagrancy. Let's take the 3 horse Caramel Swirl. Give kudos to the 2 horse Rosa Veloce. 3, 2, 5, 6 super. 3, 2 in your multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.